Welcome to Terry Black's Barbecue, a Texas barbecue legend in the heart of Austin.
Alright, and this entire pit is full of beautiful briskets just like this, man, right? Look at that.
Friendly staff and a welcoming environment make a perfect spot for any barbecue lover. Let me see if I can actually give it a bite.
Right now we're about 9 hours into a 12-hour smoke.
Oh wow.
Right? And we want to protect the outside because it's beautiful. Check it out.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Bark on there, right? And this entire pit is full of beautiful briskets just like this, man, right? Look at that.
Awesome.
Isn't that amazing, right?
Yeah,
it
is.
This indirect heat working its magic. We have that beautiful bark on there.
Awesome.
And this is all going to be, again, post oak wood making this happen, guys.
How many hours that one has already?
This is 9 hours into a 12.
Look at that.
Right? And isn't that gorgeous? And you ain't seen nothing yet because the main reason we cook it this way is for this right here.
Look at that. Oh, like butter.
Balance, guys, right? It's like a fresh toasted marshmallow.
It is.
Right? And what we want is that to bounce without burning the outside, guys, right? Because the internals are still super tough. This is the toughest part of the whole cow. It's the rock hard pecs, guys, right?
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that the entire muscle is nice and bouncy. Right now, it's just the fat that bounces, guys, right? That lean muscle is still tough. So we're going to go ahead, wrap it up in the paper. We're going to swaddle the baby, and it's going to be a little bit of apple cider vinegar just to stop it from sticking to the paper. We actually spray this on throughout the hood to make sure that we render that fat called chemistry, guys, right? So it needs some acid. And then right here, a little splash of beef tallow. Not too much. We don't want to make it mushy in there, but we do want to give a little bit of moisture and a little bit of flavor profile inside that paper, guys, right? We're going to nice and tightly wrap the brisket. We're going to, again, swaddle the baby. And after we get it in there, guys, you can actually already see exactly why we use paper and not tin foil. It's soaking up all the excess fat, guys, right? And this is very important. Guys, you know what we call foil around here?
For sure.
That's the Texas crush, guys, right? That's because it's going to finish meat just fine, but it's going to be mush, guys, right? It's going to be absolute goo, right? So we want to make sure that we're evenly distributing that fat and we're not holding it in there. So as soon as this gets completely saturated, all that excess fat is just going to be released from that brisket.
And I just saw that one has an 189, so
yeah, so
it will increase to how much?
we want it to be up to 200 Fahrenheit.
Oh wow, look at that.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, so right now we're at about 185, right? It goes back in here for the next 2 or 3 hours, guys.
Oh wow.
And we're going to finish them off just like that. And then one by one, we're going to wrap these up as soon as they're ready. And this means that not only do we have that beautiful color, but we have that bounce, guys, right? You can see that deckle fat is golden brown. And of course, guys, right, we want to make sure that the internal is in the mid-180s as well, right?
We made it to Terry Black's Barbecue, and I can tell my cousin and me, we are pretty hungry. One thing for sure about Terry Black's Barbecue, the one thing that I saw completely right off the bat, they have a pretty good system because there's people going inside the parking lot, in and out completely. Like we got here at 4 o'clock and it's 4:38 p.m. It only took us 38 minutes from the finding a parking space, getting out of the car, getting into the line. The line moves pretty quick. You get the size first, then you go and get your meats. They tell you where to get your soft drinks, and they got plenty of seatings inside, also plenty of seatings outside. We are here outside because it's a nice weather. It's very warm, so we here. It's time to try the famous over 19,000 reviews in Google. That's pretty amazing. This bark, so far, this bark is winning. It's pretty pronounced. I can see. Right, I'm gonna start with the brisket. And the craziest part, I mean, the brisket just completely fall off. Like, I'm holding this small piece, and even the small piece, it just literally, it pull off completely. Like the fat really renders really well. Even the fat color completely changed. It's not white anymore. It's yellowish. And I heard, I'm not an expert, but I heard when the fat, it actually changed the color of the white from yellow. It's because it renders really well, and it will literally taste just like butter. Wow, that piece right there, completely heaven. The smoke ring around the entire bark, it's very pinky red, and they only used to know, they're known only to use salt and pepper. That piece of brisket, it's heaven. literally. I mean, I thought of this place it will be just one of those places that have come very popular just because he's here in town. Of course, it's in the center of Austin. They not only have one here in Austin, they have also different locations. But this one, just for the brisket that I'm starting right now, I mean, you can tell in my face, I'm very, very surprised of the flavor of the brisket. And that was the fatty part. So let me try just the leaner part, which of course it has more of a texture. It's a little more hard. It will be kind of more like a steak, but I mean, what we're expecting of the leaner part. The leaner part tastes great, but if you ask me, the fattiest part, which is the point, is completely life changing. Moving on, the pork rib, like right now you can see it has literally no fight. It just completely come off completely off the bone. And the pepper on it is very pronounced. But now here for the taste. Cheers, guys. Wow. It has a little bit of a taste of a ham. I guess because of all the time that it's spent on the smoker. But it's a pretty tasty rib. I'm a fan of this. A completely clean bone. And another popular item here in Terry Black's is their sausage. The original sausage, which is only a combination of beef. The other one that has jalapeno, but they also have cheddar cheese. And well, you know, if you got cheddar cheese, jalapeno, and beef, right there, that's actually a winner. Oh wow. Lots of cheese. It feels like you're eating a piece of burger of the amount of cheese that it has, the kick of the jalapeno, the flavor of the sausage. And it's a sausage that is not really, you know, sometimes they have a lot of air pockets. This is a very solid sausage. And the skin is not really tough. It's something like you are going to have to chew in a lot to kind of break the skin. This one, it doesn't give you any fight. Now, they're also known to have a pretty good size. If it is your first time just like me, you can grab your phone, open the camera and scan this QR code and it will send you straight to their website. Once you're there, you're gonna find all these delicious different sizes. To be honest, I wasn't planning on getting any size, but when I opened the website and I saw all the different kinds they have, plus the other extra information, I'm like, I'm gonna have to try some of these size. And this size right here, as you guys can see, it has, I think these are pinto beans. I can see it also has some pork. Is it pork or it has some type of meat? Yeah, they're good. I wouldn't come all the way to Austin just for the pinto beans, but they're okay. I also heard the corn is another pretty good item. Well, it's very runny, creamy, of course. I can taste the creaminess. Now the corn. Get the corn cream. That's actually a really good one. Potato salad. Yeah, it has the taste of mustard, those herbs, the mayo, of course. Also, another really good size that I heard that they have, it will be the mac and cheese. And I'm excited to try this one. I'm not a big mac and cheese person, but this one looks really good. If I have to choose just one side out of all four, the cream corn. The cream corn actually is the winner for me. Everything else tastes pretty good, but that cream corn, I'm gonna go back to it for sure. Now the big moment is a big rib. Completely massive. I think this is over a pound, literally. Like, I'm very tempted to give it a bite. Let me see if I can actually give it a bite. Yeah, that one has a lot of salt. It has a lot of salt, and I can tell why, because it's a thick piece of meat. So of course they're gonna have to put a lot of salt, lots of pepper. But once you break the part and then you get inside of the meat, just like butter, completely just like butter. I mean, I can choose just one piece of meat because I really enjoyed those ribs. I really enjoying those brisket. But this rib, the beef ribs, life-changing beef ribs for sure. My favorite dessert is pecan pie. When I saw they had the pecan pie, the tiny ones, I'm gonna have to try them. And right there, it's just very small. When I cut it in half, just the sugar on it. Look at that, very amazing. Well, cheers, guys. It has a lot of sugar. I can feel the cinnamon, the toasty of the pecans. It's not completely like soft. It has actually a texture. It's a perfect combination of sweetness, cinnamon, and the crust. Delicious. That pecan pie, I can eat 3 by myself, no problems at all. Delicious, but I shouldn't. And they also have some corn, sweet corn. I'm not a big fan of cornbread, but I also heard here they have a really good sweet corn. And I'm like, well, I'm here. One very popular place, so I'm like, might as well. I need to try. It has a pretty good size. It's not massive for sure. And the outside is very crusty, but it looks like the insides have a texture of a cake. Look at that. Well, time to try it. Cheers. But out of all the size, this one will be my least favorite, the corn. My favorite, the cream corn. I can eat more of the cream corn than what I can eat of the sweet corn bread. But now, another moment of truth, it will be the pudding. It has a really nice yellowish color. This one has whipped cream on it. And moment of truth. Let me go deeper. This one actually looks like it has more of a cookies, crumbled cookies inside. I mean, you're getting a banana pudding to have the taste of the banana. And this one, it's okay, it's good. It's a really good banana pudding. The question is it better than snow? I don't think so. But now we are done eating here at Terry Black's Barbecue. And I'm very happy with the results. Because if you're the first time in Austin, Texas, if you want to try barbecue, literally this place, the system that they have from the very beginning that you arrive on the parking lot, from the line, getting your size, getting all your food, and plenty sittings inside, plenty sittings outside. And not only that, you don't have to be here 6 in the morning to actually get the beef ribs or to get the brisket, because they never gonna sell out. They always 24/7 making more brisket, making more ribs, making a bunch of different meat. So it's gonna be pretty hard for they to sell out. I don't think they actually sell out. They're always cooking more. So if you're first time in Austin, this is a place to come. And not only that, I mean, right now, that brisket, that butteriness of the brisket, it was really good. The juiciness of it, it was hard to beat. Like, if you're the first time and you want to try the real deal of Austin barbecue, Terry Black's is really high on the list. And I'm saying that completely honest because for me, in my opinion, their brisket is the must to try. Not only their brisket, the cream corn, in my opinion, it was delicious. Also, that pecan pie, it's amazing. And of course, another winner is the jalapeno sausage. Gotta get the jalapeno sausage with the cheddar. And I'm telling you, this is really, really high on my list right now. Terry Black's Barbecue. I'm very, very surprised with the results. It was a really, really good choice. Whether you're local or just visiting, Terry Black's Barbecue is a Texas barbecue experience with every bite is a taste sensation. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next one.